Now, from the studios of Into Tomorrow in Miami, this is ITTV.
Hello, ITTV viewers. Thanks for joining us again on Into Tomorrow. I'm Dave Graveline. By a show of comments, how many of you were among the millions of people who bought the infamous iPhone 5 right away? Well, of course, our own iDork, Rob Almanza, just had to upgrade. We shot a video of him unboxing it in our studio, and he drops his phone right out of the box. You gotta see it. Head over to intotomorrow.com for a chuckle. While Apple may be having the best week ever after the iPhone 5 came out last weekend, they're also facing some embarrassment with their latest mobile software update, iOS 6. How many of you have updated your iDevices? They said 15% of iPhone, iPad, and iPod Touch devices are already running Apple iOS 6 just 24 hours after the company launched the update. Our in-house iDork Rob joins us next to share if we think you should wait or go ahead and update now. Here's Rob.
Thanks, Dave. We try to be fair and balanced around here, so we'll discuss and show some of the best and not so great features on iOS 6. Let's start with some of the not so great. Apple decided to part ways with Google Maps after their agreement ended and replaced it with their own mapping app. However, it's causing a lot of trouble for drivers, public transportation, and pedestrians. It's still premature, so there are a lot of errors being discovered. I'm sure you've seen some of the pictures people have posted and how bad the images look. While the flyover is a neat feature, they should have spent more time being more accurate. We'll have to wait for future updates. Meantime, if you miss Google Maps, you can still use the mobile browser version at maps.google.com on your iDevice. But there is a plus side for Apple Maps. If you have an iPhone 4S or the new 5, you finally get audible turn-by-turn directions from Siri.
Starting route to Lincoln Road. Head east on Main Street.
Very similar to your standalone GPS unit, and yes, what Androids have already been doing for years. Many iPhone users were hoping Apple would add NFC capability to the iPhone 5, but that did not happen. Near-field communication, NFC, gives smartphones and similar devices the ability to communicate with each other by touching them together or bringing them into close proximity. This would give you the ability to use your phone as your wallet and would house your credit card, something some Android phones already do, like Dave's Galaxy S3, so that all you would have to do is make contact with a payment terminal. Instead of a digital wallet, Apple gave us Passbook. They describe it as your boarding passes, movie tickets, retail coupons, loyalty cards, and more, now all in one place. Basically, with Passbook, you can scan your iPhone or iPod touchscreen to check in for a flight, get into a movie, and redeem a coupon. You can also see when your coupons expire, where your concert seats are, and the balance left on a gift card. Passes are supposed to appear on the lock screen at the appropriate time and place. For instance, when you reach the airport or walk into the store to redeem your gift card or coupon. But at the moment, it has a very limited amount of participants. When you launch Passbook, it takes you to the App Store to download apps that work with it, like American Airlines, Fandango, Target, and Walgreens, to name a few. The limited participation is what we're not a fan of, but it might have some potential in the future. You can now make video calls from anywhere you have a mobile signal. This is kind of a good and bad thing for some. Good because you don't have to depend on a Wi-Fi connection. Bad because some people can't do it without upgrading their data plans. So make sure your data plan allows you to do it before you try it. For example, AT&T only allows FaceTime over their cellular data network if you pay for a mobile share plan. I don't want to lose my unlimited data, so I can only FaceTime on Wi-Fi, and that's a bummer. So what do we love about iOS 6? Facebook integration has been overdue and it's finally here. You can directly post pictures from your photo album to Facebook, update your status from the notification center, and sync your contact list with each person's corresponding Facebook account. It'll remind you about their birthday. Siri's been tuned up, finally. New features include Facebook and Twitter integration, so now you can have Siri update your status. Update my Facebook status.
What would you like to say?
Chris Graveline is the best! Exclamation point.
I updated your Facebook status. Ready to post it?
Give you directions, find movie showtimes, and give you sports results when she decides to work. But for the most part, she does a really good job. My favorite addition to the camera tools with iOS 6 is Panorama. You can easily create some amazing panoramics with the iSight camera. Just follow the guide on your screen. Okay, so they don't always come out perfectly, as this picture of Dave's chopped off hand and finger shows, but it's still a cool feature when it works. iOS 6 lets you screen your calls more efficiently. You can reject a call with a reminder to call them back later, or you can send a pre-programmed "Hey, sorry, I'm busy" excuse text while rejecting the call. All it takes is a quick swipe up on an incoming call and choose your method of rejection. Yeah, I know Android has been doing that too. There are many more features we like, but I'm out of time. Please be aware that not every iDevice is compatible with every new feature in iOS 6. You can check device compatibility on Apple's website. We'll continue this discussion on this weekend's radio broadcast, so be sure to join us. If you're on IntoTomorrow.com, look for the broadcast from the weekend of September 28th. Stay tuned into tomorrow. Back to you, Dave.
Thanks, Rob. After hearing our thoughts, do you still plan on updating your iDevice, or will you wait for the next update? If you already did it, what do you think so far? Share your opinions and experience in the comment section. Our national radio audience would also appreciate hearing your opinion. So call us toll-free anytime at our hotline, 1-800-899-INTO. That's 800-899-4686. Anytime, 24/7. We look forward to hearing your call on the air, and of course, you can use our free Into Tomorrow app as well. Our weekly ITTV updates are brought to you in part by NewEggBusiness.com. Do you have a small business with IT needs? NewEggBusiness.com is making information technology simple with their everyday low prices. Visit NewEggBusiness.com for their latest promotions on electronics of all kinds. Once you know, you Newegg. It's time to travel back into yesterday with our in-house tech historian, Chris Graveline. This week, he takes us back to the introduction of a popular Nintendo game console. Here's Chris.
This week in 1901, the Victor Talking Machine Company was incorporated. After a merger with the Radio Corporation of America, RCA Victor became the leader in phonographs and many of the records played on them. The famous Victrola phonograph logo with Nipper the dog and the words "His Master's Voice" appeared on all RCA Victor phonographs and record labels. In 1957 this week, the first Earth satellite was launched into space by the Soviet Union. The craft circled the Earth every 95 minutes at almost 2,000 miles per hour. Sputnik 1 fell from the sky on January 4th, 1958. And this week in 1996, the Nintendo 64 video game system, known as the first true 64-bit system, hit North American shelves. The first day it was available, Nintendo sold 500,000 systems, with the Mario 64 game selling the same with it. Needless to say, Nintendo's system was a big success. That's our look back at This Week in Tech History, brought to you by IFA, the International Funkausstellung in Berlin, the global trade show for consumer electronics that's rich in its own history. Get more info at ifa-berlin.com.
Thanks, Chris. Have you subscribed to our YouTube channel yet? While we post our weekly reports to more than just one video sharing site, YouTube, of course, continues to be our most popular home. If you're watching on YouTube, be sure to hit that subscribe button. It only takes a second. Thank you to everyone who continues to support this channel. That wraps it up for this week's ITTV web show. Thanks for watching. I'm Dave Graveline. We'll look for you again very soon.
So please be aware that not every device...